Hello, Jonesboro. Welcome to the Pulse of Jonesboro. I am Jeremy Terrell, and I am your host. Today, we want to talk a little bit about this bond that's coming up. I don't know if you guys know too much about this, but the mayor has wanted to do a bond for a couple months now, and maybe since the beginning of this year. And he wants to do a bond, and he wants the bond for a possible E911 center, I think some trails, some road improvement, and so forth. And it's gone to the finance committee and been voted down twice now. Last week, somebody actually brought it up, not in the finance committee, but brought it up and asked, where are we at on this? Because they heard some rumors and things like that. And come to find out, the spokesman got up for the mayor and said, we feel like we're just going to take it to the floor for a vote to the whole city council. And so they're bypassing the finance committee. They're bypassing the committee that was set up to mainstream the finances going through Jonesboro, so we don't just bring up a bunch of stuff at city council. It's like the first step or second step or whatever. It's just a step in there that allows some deep diving into these issues and helping draft things and get people to figure out what they're going to do with the money and whether it's a good thing to do or not. That's what the committee's for. And the city's bypassing that because they don't like the way that they've voted the last couple of times. And that's just wrong. That's not the way you do it. It's not the way you run government. You don't just supersede things because you don't like the way that someone is voted. And it's pretty shady. They asked, why are you doing that? Why aren't you bringing it back to this committee? And the answer was the bond group recommended that we don't have to do that anymore. What does that even mean? Who cares what the bond people recommend? It's about you and me. It's about the people, and it's about the people that represent us and their votes. The committee is to ask all the questions that are not going to get asked if it's brought to the floor and voted upon. It's just shady. We're being shafted again. And you guys should get involved. You guys like and share this video so that people understand that this is how they operate. They don't like the way it's going, so they'll find a way to go around it and end around us and just basically ramrod it down our throats. And at some point in time, they got to quit doing that. They're going to upset the ones that they shouldn't be upsetting and make the ones that don't do nothing happy. I don't get it. I don't understand how you operate like this. I just don't. So you don't like the vote, so you just figure out a way to not do the votes. You don't like the turnout, so you just decide that you'll just really side bomb us, just stuff it down our throats. And they're real good at that. They've been real good at that for a while now. And something's got to change. I don't really know how it's going to change, but one of the ways is that you take this video and you share it with your friends and they listen to it. And then eventually we'll start calling our elected officials and our city councilmen and our mayor, and we'll say, listen, stop doing this kind of stuff. Stop superseding the will of the people. Not only are they superseding the will of the people, they're literally now superseding the city council. You guys heard me say this on the last episode. If a city councilman asks a question, which is exactly what they're supposed to do, they're supposed to ask tough questions. They're supposed to ask questions about money and finances and the direction and the why. Why are we doing what we do? That's the questions that they're all supposed to ask. And if they do, they get like bashed. It's so crazy to watch some of these things. It's like, you asked a tough question? Who do you think you are asking a tough question? I don't know. The person that's supposed to be asking a tough question? So it's really concerning the way that we do things. It's really concerning. And so they literally are just shoving it down our throats. Just shoving it down our throats. It's sad. The couple things I want to talk about, And I don't want to take anything away from that, because I think that that one thing that I'm talking about is probably the biggest thing in this episode. And I may circle back around to it, but I just want to give you examples of things that they've shoved down our throat and then they can't maintain or they can't even do. And the other one is the pool. They put a pool behind Parker Park and they can't maintain the daggum thing. And case in point, guess the hours of the pool right now. The hours of the pool are 1 to 6. So it opens up at 1 every day, closes at 6. 1 to 6. Can't open before 1? I started scratching my head and I thought, wait a minute, that sounds like not very many hours. But who am I to know? So you go look at Paragould and Batesville and Searcy and some of these surrounding towns that have public pools, and you find out they're open. Some of them open up at 5 a.m., 6:30, 5:30. They close 9 o'clock, 7:30, 9 o'clock. One shuts down at 5:30 on the weekends, but is opened up at 10. And we open up from 1 to 6 every day. And this is just another thing that they bring in, they can't maintain, they spend a bunch of money, and they waste our time. If you're going to build a pool, especially that you spend $3 million of taxpayers' money, you better be able to run the doggone thing. And in a town of 80,000 people, you can't find enough lifeguards to open that thing up before 1 o'clock. I saw on their Facebook page that they're looking for lifeguards. To be honest, I'm not saying it is, but it is the first time I have seen a post on Facebook from our city talking about lifeguards. They should have been posting this back in January. They should have been putting things up at ASU talking about summer jobs. We should have had lifeguards a long time ago. And we can't open up a pool any sooner than 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock? I don't know. It's just, I don't even know. I had some great meetings this week. Met with some business leaders. Met with some other people that do big things in this town that are really trying to move Jonesboro in the right direction. And they all say the same things. They hit roadblock after roadblock. They watch the things that happen within the city. They get really frustrated with. Another thing that they say is, man, we talk a lot about getting everything in motion. We've been talking about getting things in motion for 5 years. This is getting in motion. We're getting it now in motion. It's like the roads. I've drove around for 3 days trying to find roads that are being worked on. And then I was like, oh, look at this one. This is being worked on. Find out it's DOT. It's not even the city. And I don't know. I don't know what to think or do. It's literally, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone sometimes. I think we pay salaries and pay some bills and things like that. But as far as anything coming that's getting voted on in the city council, I have zero confidence that they're going to get whatever it is that's getting voted upon is even going to get done. It's crazy. It is really crazy. I can tell you that in past episodes that I've talked about since the beginning of the year, when I started this, nothing's changed. They haven't changed anything of some of the topics that we talked about on the episodes that have been going for several months now. They still don't change them. I don't know how long it takes. And everybody within the city that knows anything about the city talks about the same thing too, that we got to fix this and we got to move on with this and we got to do something with this. But they've been doing that for years. Years. Just ask them. I drive around the city and I don't know what we're doing as a city. I don't. I think it's great we put up some renderings of downtown and talk about putting a river through it. You know, what? Like, you got to have a viable lane through downtown. You got to. Sorry, you got to have a road that goes through downtown. It's just silly. I heard this here recently. There's a parking lot on the northeast side of downtown, and the city wants to donate it and make a park out of it. Donate it to St. Bernard's, and St. Bernard's make a park and then donate it back to the city. We want to take, I think it's 70 plus parking spots. We want to take that away from downtowns where employees and other things park, and we're just going to remove it and put a river down the middle of it and don't even have parking up and down the streets. It's just the kind of thinking that it's driving me crazy that this is the way that they're thinking. It's totally blowing my mind. And yet we got roads and we got other areas that we can't even drive down without just feeling like we're on the side of a mountain. And it literally is blowing my mind. I can't tell you how many people I talk to regularly, and they all say the same thing. They all say the same thing. You guys heard me talking about the chamber. I know within the chamber, I definitely know within Jonesboro Unlimited that we've got some people that I feel like are just being shackled. I know that they're incredibly competent and probably could do some great things. Rumor is that they're being shackled from actually performing. And I don't know why that is. I don't even understand it. But come on, chamber, like promote something, do something. And I bring that up again. I brought it up in the last episode, but I can tell you that several of the different business owners that I've talked to this week, including some pretty good size operations, they're already going to pull their membership. Some of these are paying thousands of dollars as a member. It's just their frustration. And they say the same thing. What are you doing? I think here's something that's funny to me, but I think we've got people that serve on the board of directors. We got 2 that don't even live in Jonesboro. We've had the same board of directors, I think, for 10 years. 2 don't even live in Jonesboro. That's crazy to me. What are you doing? Like, I keep saying this, and some people get it. Like I've scrutinized some things, and they've called, and we've had some great conversations, and we don't see eye to eye on some things, but we see eye to eye on a lot of big things, and we're going to disagree sometimes. And trust me, I'm not always right by any stretch of the imagination, but I am bringing up everything that I'm saying. It's at least like, what in the world's going on, make us scratch our heads. And the people that are leading should at least step back and say, okay, wait a minute. Maybe we're not telling people what we're doing good enough. Maybe we're not planning good enough. Maybe we're not understanding our town or who we are good enough. But that's not what they're doing. If I say the chamber's got to change, it's, oh, you hate it? You hate the chamber? No, we got to quit operating the same way we've been operating for the last 25 years or more. There's very few people that say we're going in the right direction as a city. Very few. The people that want the bike pass still say we're not going in the right direction because we're not doing anything. The people that don't want the bike pass, that would like the potholes and the roads to look a lot better, not going in the right direction. The people that want to see different types of businesses and different types of places to come shop and that they're not moving in the right direction. ASU, which is hands down the economic engine of Jonesboro. It is. And this new bunch is really moving it in a much better direction than ASU's been moving in a long time. But we're not jumping in. You don't see the city or the chamber jumping all in and like, how do we help you? It's just weird. It's just weird. It's odd. I will tell you this. There's a bunch of power-hungry individuals in this town. There's a bunch of really serious power-hungry individuals in this town. That's probably the biggest problem, is everybody's power-hungry. Everybody's fighting for power. Instead of fighting for what's right, instead of fighting for the people, they're fighting who's got the power. There's a big group that really are just fighting for what's right. And they get roadblocked a lot by those that are just fighting for power. What are you going to do with the power? The ones that got the power right now, what are you doing? Tell us. This is your opportunity. Call me. Come on here and tell us. Like, we'll have an interview. We'll devote 2 weeks to you, 3 weeks. I don't care. Come on here and let's talk about what in the world it is that you're doing. Not what we're going to do, not what we've been talking about doing for the last 4 years, but what are you doing? What currently is happening? Where are we making strides and moving? We talk a lot about the motion. We're getting things in motion. That drives me insane. We were getting things in motion. What are we doing? What are we doing? And if we're not doing anything, we're moving backwards. And that's not a good thing. Where is the audit on City Stars? Where is it? You said you're going to do it. How long do you need to do an audit on City Stars? Like, it can't be that difficult, right? The city writes them a check. This is payment for the people. This is payment for grass. This is payment, what should be line itemed out already, right? How much did you take in at the gates? Who counted that? Who deposited it? Who touched it, saw it? In between all of that, where's the audit? And again, we said we're going to get one. It was announced. It falls right in line with everything that I'm talking about. What are we doing? People should be at City Hall whenever the next meeting is and voice their opinion on getting a bond that you and I are going to pay for and not having any idea what we're going to do with that bond. And they probably have an idea, and it's an idea that's already been shot down and shot down and shot down. And they're just going to get the bond, and they're going to figure out a way to do it and stuff it down our throats. We're being railroaded. Literally, we're being railroaded on a regular. And at some point in time, city, friends, we got to stop them. The great thing is this podcast, I just got to notice that we're 190% ahead of other podcasts within the same window of starting. 190% better, which means we're reaching a lot more people than most podcasts are at this early of an age. And that's fantastic. I'm like stoked about it. Share this. Get it out there. Share it to 5 people, this week. And your voice will be heard. Like, you will be able to start having a voice. Put things down on Facebook. Talk about this stuff. We're going to be the voice of Jonesboro in Craighead County. We are. We're heading in that direction. We're already moving drastically and very fast in that direction. Which brings me to what's coming up. We're doing an interview at the end of this month. It's going to be fantastic. And we're going to talk a lot about what I've been talking about and just the direction of Jonesboro. And it's going to be a great interview. Then we have another interview with some leaders of Jonesboro coming after that. And look forward to those. And those are going to be impactful and fantastic. But stay engaged, share this, and we're going to start moving things in the right direction. I'm super pumped for what we got coming up. And you guys will be too. And we're really going to push those that are in charge in a direction that they're going to start listening to you and me. That they're going to start doing their job. I can tell you that. Go just watch a city council meeting. Just watch a city council meeting, and you can tell who's read what's on the docket and who hasn't. Who's enlightened themselves and who hasn't. We got a lot of people that literally come in every time and don't ask a single question. Not a single question. Like, you don't have any questions. That's literally what you were elected for, is to ask questions, not just rubber stamp things. So we got some great things coming up. Guys, I appreciate you support. I appreciate all that you guys do. I appreciate going out and talking and hearing what we're doing and liking it. And we're going to do more of it, and we're going to get better at it, and we're going to provide way more ways that you guys can get involved. And so stay tuned. It's coming. But get excited about what's coming, because we're really going to move Jonesboro in an unbelievable direction. And the Pulse of Jonesboro is going to be big. It will be your voice. I guarantee it. I appreciate it, guys. You guys have a great weekend and great next week. Take care.